Good morning, students. In previous lecture, we have started lesson number 5th towards green energy. We have completed some topics and some topics are remaining. Okay, students. In last lecture, we were discussing about hydroelectric energy. We have learned that what is hydroelectric energy. Now, in today's lecture, we will see the advantages of hydroelectric power generation. What are the advantages of this? No pollution as no fuel is burnt. In this, we are not burning any fuel. If we are not burning any fuel, there will be no pollution. The second advantage, possible to generate electricity as and when necessary if sufficient water is available in the dam. What, students? Possible to generate electricity. How we will generate electricity? When necessary if sufficient water is available in the dam. If there is sufficient water available in the dam, you can generate the electricity. Next advantage is water is replenished during rainy season, leading to uninterrupted power generation. These were the three advantages of hydroelectric energy. Now, what are the problems you can face? First one, villages, towns, forests as well as fertile land may submerge in backwater form due to storage of water in dam, which lead to problem the rehabilitations of displaced population. The second is the obstructions of the flow of river water may have adverse effect on living world in water. Whatever is the flow of river, that also have adverse effect on living world which in the water. So this was the problems with hydroelectric power plant. Okay, students. Our next topic is electricity generation using wind energy. How you can generate electricity by using wind energy. Potential energy in water is converting into kinetic energy in flowing water. This is only water and this one is flowing water. In normal water there is a potential energy, but when the water start flowing there is a kinetic energy in flowing water. This water will go in the turbine, so the kinetic energy in turbine and after that electrical energy. The schematic of hydroelectric plant shown in figure 5.17. This is hydroelectric plant. Water from about middle of the total height of the dam is taken to the turbine as shown by point B in the diagram. You can observe the diagram. What they are explaining, water from about middle of the total height of the dam. Total height of the dam is taken to the turbine as shown by the here. From here it is taken to the turbine as shown by the point V. You have to observe this picture and you have to clear with this diagram. I'll explain you it. Students, the wind energy can also be used for electricity generation. The machine that converts the kinetic energy of wind to electric energy is called wind turbine. What called? The machine. What? The machine that converts. मशीन जो काइनेटिक एनर्जी है उसको किस में कन्वर्ट करती है? इलेक्ट्रिक एनर्जी. काइनेटिक एनर्जी ऑफ विंड. काइनेटिक एनर्जी ऑफ विंड to electric energy is called as wind turbine. When the wind strikes to the blades, when these winds strike to the blades of the turbine, the blades rotate. These are the blades. So when these wind strike to the blades, these blades rotates. The rotating blade drives the turbine and turbine in turn drives the generator to produce electricity. ये जो विंड है वो किस पे स्ट्राइक करती है? ब्लेड पे। कौन से ब्लेड पे? टर्बिन के ब्लेड पे। जब वो विंड इस पे स्ट्राइक करती है तो ये ब्लेड क्या होता है? रोटेट होने लगता है। और जब ये रोटेट होता है, द रोटेटिंग ब्लेड ड्राइव द टर्बिन एंड टर्बिन इन टर्न्स ड्राइव्स टू जनरेट to produce electricity. Okay students, depending upon the wind velocity available at the site of installation, wind turbine with specific capacity is selected. So this was about electricity generation using wind energy. Here you are observing the schematic of hydroelectric plant. Here they have told you, as I explain you the advantage of hydroelectric plant, that only given in this box. Since no fuel is burned in hydroelectric plant, no air pollution due to combustion of fuel. Okay, so this box you have to read once again. I am already explained this box. In the starting of the video, I have explained you the advantage of hydroelectric plant. That only given in this box. I'll show you. These are the advantage of hydroelectric power generation and the problem associated with the hydroelectric power plant. Both the things I have explained you. Once again you have to read these points, okay, which is given in the textbook. This is Koyana Dam. The kinetic energy in wind has been used since long for lifting of water, for driving floor mill, etc. The wind energy can also be used for the electricity generation. Here the uses of wind energy is given. First is the kinetic energy in wind. The kinetic energy present in wind has been used since for lifting of water. वाटर को लिफ्ट करने के लिए फिर फ्लोर मिल पे आटे की चक्की होती है ना, वहाँ पे भी यूज़ करते हैं. The wind energy can also be used for electricity generation. This energy can also be used for the electricity generation. The machine which converts the kinetic energy of wind to electric energy is called as wind turbine. एक मशीन आती है जो काइनेटिक एनर्जी ऑफ विंड को किस में कन्वर्ट करती है? इलेक्ट्रिकल एनर्जी. उसको क्या बोलते हैं? विंड टर्बिन. एज द विंड स्ट्राइक टू द ब्लेड्स ऑफ टर्बिन, द ब्लेड्स रोटेट. जो मैंने अभी आपको एक्सप्लेन किया था वो यहाँ पे आपको रिटन में दिया है. फिर भी मैं एक बार वापस रीड आउट करती हूँ. As the wind strikes the blades of the turbine, the blades rotate. The axle of the turbine is connected to the electric generator through a gearbox. The function of gearbox is to increase the rotation per unit time. The rotating blades drive the turbine, and the turbine in turn drives the generator to generate electricity. Okay, students. So various stages in the wind energy generation system can be shown in figure 5.19. And schematic of wind mill is shown in figure 5.20. Both the picture you can observe here. This is first picture and this one is second picture. Now here it is given by flow chart. The kinetic energy in wind. As you know, the kinetic energy is present in wind. So the kinetic energy present in wind is moving to turbine, and then the turbine is generating electric energy. This is the transformation of energy in an electric generator using wind energy. Wind turbines with capacity ride from less than 1 kilowatt to about 7 megawatt, 7000 kilowatt, are commercially available. Depending on the wind velocity available at the site of the installation, wind turbine with specific capacity is selected. The wind velocity at a specific location depends on many geographical factors. So this was all about the electric generation using wind energy. Now what are the problems you have to face? The wind velocity necessary for wind energy generation is not available everywhere. The wind velocity necessary for wind energy generation wind energy generation is not available everywhere. This limits the use of wind, so that energy is not available everywhere. So there is limits the use of wind energy. If they were be available everywhere, so you can use many times, but they are not available everywhere, so you have to use that energy in limits. Okay students, next topic is electric energy generation using solar energy. You have to generate electric energy using solar energy. Using solar energy, electric energy can be generated in two different ways. Using the energy in sunlight or solar energy, electric energy can be generated in two ways. How many ways? Two ways. First and the second. Electric energy can be generated directly from solar energy without using generator and the principle of electromagnetic induction. The electric energy can be generated directly by using solar energy. जो इलेक्ट्रिक एनर्जी वो डायरेक्टली जनरेट हो सकती है क्या यूज़ होकर सोलर एनर्जी यूज़ करके, without using generator and the principle of electromagnetic induction. Solar photovoltaic cells are used in such type of electric energy generation from solar energy. And in the second method, the energy in solar radiation is converted into the thermal energy. The energy in solar radiation is converted into the thermal energy first, and then a turbine generator system is driven using a thermal energy to generate electricity. Or in other way, the energy in solar radiation can also be converted into thermal energy. The energy in solar radiation can also be converted into thermal energy first, and then the turbine generator system is driven using the thermal energy to generate electricity. Such plants are called as solar thermal power plant. Such plants are called as solar thermal power plants. Okay students. Solar photovoltaic cell. What is solar photovoltaic cell? The solar photovoltaic cell are made up of semiconductors like silicon. This is made up of semiconductor like silicon. Okay students. It can convert solar energy directly into electrical energy. It is made up of semiconductor like silicon. It can convert solar energy directly into electrical energy. This is second point. Third point, a silicon solar cell of dimension 1 centimeter square. Again I am repeating. A silicon solar cell of dimension 1 centimeter square can generate current of about 30 mA, potential difference of about 0.5 volt. Okay, can generate current of 30. Now you have to find the meaning of 30 mA. Okay, so it generates current of 30 mA and potential difference of about 0.5 volt, and this current is DC in nature. DC means direct current. So this current is DC in nature. Next point, if two solar cells are connected in series, if two solar cells are connected in series यानी कंटिन्यू लाइन से. Okay, so when these two solar cells are connected in series as shown in the figure 5.23, If two solar cells are connected in series, then potential difference obtained for the combination, then potential difference obtained from this combination is addition of potential difference of individual solar cell. I am repeating again, pay attention. If two solar cells are connected in series, अगर दो solar cells series में connected हैं, then the potential difference obtained from this combination will be the same as obtained from the individual. अगर ये दो सेल एक साथ कनेक्टेड है तो इसमें जो पोटेंशियल डिफरेंस मिलेगा वो सेम होगा जैसे एक का पोटेंशियल डिफरेंस होता है. देखो यहाँ दिया, द पोटेंशियल डिफरेंस ऑब्टेन फ्रॉम दिस कॉम्बिनेशन इज एडिशन ऑफ द पोटेंशियल डिफरेंस ऑफ द इंडिविजुअल सोलर सेल इज सेम एज द ऑब्टेन फ्रॉम द इंडिविजुअल. जो एक अकेले से मिलता उसके बराबर ही दोनों से जो मिलेगा वो उसके बराबर ही होगा. Whereas current generated will be summation of the current obtained from the individual cell. Next point, many solar panels are connected in series. Many solar panels are connected in series and in parallel to generate required current. You can observe in this, they are connected in panel, solar panel. So many solar panels are connected in series and in parallel to generate required current. जितना required current है उसको generate करने के लिए ये जो solar panels है वो सीरीज में भी कनेक्टेड होते हैं और पैरेलल में भी. To require current and potential difference. Since the current generated by solar cell in DC in nature, the current generated by solar cell is DC in nature. DC is direct current and it can be converted into AC using a inverter. They are present in direct current DC, but that can be converted into AC, alternate current, using a inverter that can be converted into AC. So this was about solar photovoltaic cell. You can observe the pictures. This is solar cell to solar energy. Whatever I have explained you about AC and DC, that is given in this paragraph. Again you read it. Solar cell to battery, battery to inverter, inverter to AC power. Okay, so this again you have to read once. Our last topic is solar thermal power plant. This is solar thermal power plant explanation. Picture is given on next page. I will show you. Wait. This is the solar thermal power plant. In these power plants, many reflectors are used for reflecting. What they are using? Many reflectors. In these power plants, many reflectors are used for reflecting and concentrating solar energy. For reflecting and concentrating solar energy on absorbed, which converts solar energy into heat energy. They are using many reflectors for reflecting and concentrating solar energy on absorb, which converts the solar energy in heat energy. Using this heat energy, steam is generated. Using this heat energy, steam is generated to drive the turbine and generated to produce electricity. We have seen that thermal energy generated from coal and nuclear fuel can be used to generate electricity. As we have learned that thermal energy generated from coal, the thermal energy generated from coal and nuclear fuel can be used to generate electricity. That can also be used to generate electricity. Thermal energy can also be generated from solar radiation. The thermal energy can also be generated from solar radiation and be used for electricity production. They can also be used from the coal and nuclear fuel and also from the solar radiation to generate electricity. Different stages in such solar thermal power plant are shown. You can see the different stages. That concentrators for collecting sunlight. Here they are collecting sunlight. Now the sunlight is moving. The absorbing the concentrated sunlight. Absorber है वो absorb करता है जो sunlight है, ठीक है. Now it is moving to turbine. The turbine is steam. It is moving to steam turbine, and this is generating electric. This is electric generator. Steam turbine is moving to electric generator, and this electric generator is generating electricity, electric energy or electricity. It is generating electricity or electric energy. As shown in the figure 5.30, many reflectors reflect and concentrate solar radiation on absorber. The solar energy is converted into heat energy, and using this heat energy, steam is generated to derive to the turbine and generator. Now see the picture once again, and here we will complete the chapter. Okay students, for any doubt you can message me or you can ask in next lecture.